Welcome back to the Denver Coliseum. It's live action for Colorado Girls High School State Volleyball Playoffs. Mary Kay Morrow bringing you Chaparral, the two-time defending state champions, facing Cherokee Trail in the final pool play match. Chaparral yesterday on top of the Legend Titans in a 5-match thriller. Now face Cherokee Trail. They win this match and they seal a place in the semifinals. And the defending champs go up 2-0 quickly on Cherokee Trail. Cherokee Trail out of the Centennial League. Boy, what a great season Terry Miller and his Cougars have had this year. Hoping to make it a little bit further in state playoff action, as Cherokee Trail lost a 5-set match to Heritage yesterday. Actually, to Legend yesterday. All right, good rally right here. Outside. Big swing by Stanley. Gets it off the block. Point Chaparral. So Chaparral quickly goes up 3-0 over Cherokee Trail. CT, you'll hear me say that a few times during the broadcast for Cherokee Trail. Nice jump serve by Thorpe. Thorpe, the libero, really has played outstanding. Has had a good career here at Chaparral. Reads the court well. He's and just a really good server as well. Quick 4-0 lead. Don't want to see Chaparral get too far ahead of you. Nice dig. That one coming by Abby Shelton. Kill has Stanley all over it. Morgan Stanley. You'll hear Stanley and Shelton, Shelton and Stanley. You'll hear those names a lot as the power of Chaparral goes through those two seniors. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside as well. Cherokee Trail down by 5. 5-0 start by Chaparral. You're watching CHSAA.tv. Back to live action. Here comes the serve, and it's an ace. Pretty serve by Maddie Thorpe, and it proves to be an acer. Chaparral extending that lead now to 6-0 against Cherokee Trail. This one sails out of bounds, so it ends up being a service error. So she tried to go back to the well one more time. Once too many, and it didn't work for her that time. Back to serve for Cherokee Trail. Slofkis, you look for her on the outside. There's a swing set into the net, and that was Ferguson. Got tied up a little bit, Haley Ferguson. Block was there. Cherokee Trail, very strong team. You got the sisters. Sydney Wicks, the setter, and her sister Brianna Wicks, the middle, one of the middles. Here's Stanley with the off-speed hit. Outside. Oh, tough ball to handle for Dunkel. And trying to pancake it. Are they going to let it go? And they are. Great job by Maddie Thorpe. Outside Dunkel over the blockers. Is it saved? Yes. Roll spike by Stanley. Picked up by Cherokee Trail. We're going to have a replay. Court on the far side next to court 5. Looks like that's court 2. Had a ball come over. We'll try it again. 6-2. Cherokee Trail chipping away at that Wolverine lead at the serve. Slofkis. So you got Slofkis and Dunkel on the outsides. Wicks in the middle. Then you'll get some help from Webb, and maybe a little bit more than help. Shannon Webb is a super freshman that you will see for a while. Coach Terry Miller has a strong, strong young squad. All right, point and side out for Chaparral at the serve. Moydell, great defender. Oh, dump. Dump by Sydney Wicks, the sophomore. Nice left-handed. Sends it over for the point. 7-3, Shap leads it. Back to serve for Cherokee Trail, Washek. Back set, here's the swing coming their way. Adams, picked up by Cherokee Trail. Outside, Stanley over the blockers, right into Washek. Tough ball, she was along the line, almost could have let it go, but it came in a hurry. And it hits her body, so Chaparral extends that lead to 5. 8-3 over CT. So the Cougars get a freebie off of Morgan Stanley's service error, and Dunkel will serve. Cherokee Trail, a fantastic 5-set match against Legend last night. Back set on the way by Adams, picked up Washek and company. Roll spike over by Sherman, and nice, and a double hit called on the Cougars. So Chaparral now with a 5-point advantage at 9-4 here early. Pace is quick. When you get to this stage, you're playing high-level volleyball, and there is another service error. This one coming at the hands of Adams, turning it over to Cherokee Trail. So the Cougars now have 5 points. 3 of them are on service errors. Outside, Shelton, count it. And you can count it out is what you can count it. How about that? That's the power and the heat you'll see coming from Abby Shelton, an all-state player, part of 2 state championships. Outside, Shelton again, she'll roll it over. Washek picks it up, Wicks, back set. Dink by Slopkis, picked up by Shap, but it hits the ground first. Great effort by Thorpe to keep the ball up. That time didn't work. So now all of a sudden, that 5-point lead has dwindled to 2. 9-7, Shap up by 2. Coach T.R. Ellis of Chaparral wants to talk about it. Our volleyball coverage is presented in part by College in Colorado. Higher education is key to a student's future, from improved salaries to unique experiences and greater life choices. CollegeInColorado.org can help your student create a lifelong plan and explore his or her dreams for the future. That's CollegeInColorado.org. We've had some fun matches. 3 matches yesterday, went 5 sets. That was the Chaparral that's the game match right now. That was the Heritage Eaglecrest, Chaparral Legend, Grandview Heritage. All went 5 sets. All right, back to live action. Stuff block by CT. 9-8. Wicks on the serve. Deep. Handled by Stanley. Outside Shelton, long. And Shelton it looked like where she contacted it was pretty high. Didn't have the flick of the wrist to bring that one down. And it should be tied at, oh, they're calling a touch. Okay, so it wouldn't be 9-9. So touch gives Chaparral the point, makes it 10-8. Chaparral finally gets the side out, but not before a 4-1 run. And look at the kill right there. Terrific power. Crystal Powell. You'll hear me say Power and Powell in the same breath more than once here in this match. Crystal Powell, transfer from Texas, walked into the gymnasium and has made an impact on this squad. Outside, here comes Ferguson. Nice dig by Berta. She is terrific. fantastic libero. Outside it goes. Oh, the middle attack, and unable to handle it cleanly was Shannon Webb. So you'll see Webb come up with some of that offense in the middle, but mostly from the outside, and this 6-foot freshman can really bring the heat. Abby Shelton on a float serve. Pretty. Outside it goes. Slofkiss down the line, and it sails out of bounds. Shapp will pick up another point. Extends that lead to 3. It can happen that quick with Chaparral. Shelton goes right at Leaker. Oh, tools it off the block. Nice job by Webb. Block was there by Chaparral. Freshman makes it work. She'll get the ball to go back and serve. 12-10. Chaparral leads it. Yeah, risky serve by Webb. She'll take a seat in the back row and bring Berta back in. Nikki Berta's a fun player to watch. She's just a junior. She usually comes in when Crystal Powell is serving, but right now she's switching with Shannon Webb. Another service error by Chaparral. Giving the ball right back to Cherokee Trail. Slofkiss, her second time serving. Here comes outside hit. Ferguson down the line. Oh my gosh, what a tremendous dig by Berta. Kept alive by Dunkel. Outside, there's Stanley. Nice dig. In the back there by Moynihan. Oh, and just trying to punch it over. Shapp seemed a little out of sync on that one, as Ferguson was far away from the net. Too far to do anything with the ball. So Cherokee Trail creeps back to within 1. That's as close as it's been. Nice dink over by Adams. Outside it goes. Tight on the, good roll spike over the block by Dunkel. Okay, here's the pass. Sets up Ferguson. Slofkiss on the dig. Outside it goes. Dunkel off the blockers. Oh, terrific effort by Thorpe and Shelton to keep that ball up in the back court. To no avail, though. Cherokee Trail continues. Third serve here by Slofkiss. Outside, Stanley off the blockers, and Berta, along with Wicks, keeps the ball up and over. And that's what happens when you keep the ball off the floor. Good things are created, and Cherokee Trail takes its first lead of the set here at 14-13. We've got an injury, a player down on the floor for Chaparral. Not sure who it is. Looks like, okay, and Dane's telling me it's, that's Abby Shelton. Key part of the Chaparral machine is the senior, 5'9" Abby Shelton. She comes up gingerly on that knee. She's crying. She will go ahead and take a seat, see if she can walk it off. Maybe she can sit down, get some ice on it, but she will have to come out of the match. Before they can determine her availability for the rest of this one. Her teammates in dismay. She is such a key important part of this squad. We're going to take a break. We're going to step aside as the teams regroup and come back. You're watching CHSAA.tv live from the Denver Coliseum. Okay, Chaparral makes the adjustment quickly as they send in the sophomore Taylor Sherman to replace Abby Shelton. Outside, Stanley with the big hit. Berta on the dig. Nice block for Cherokee Trail. Back set. Swing by Ellis and into the block. Adams for Chaparral. Outside, here goes Stanley over the block. Berta with the dig. Wicks outside to Dunkel. Roll spike. Picked up by Stanley. Goes back to Ferguson. She'll punch it over. Moynihan's there. Oh, a power dink by Wicks, picked up Stanley right into Moynihan. What a dig. This is a great rally. Dunkel off the blockers. Back set to Ferguson. Sydney Wicks on the quick to her sister, mishandled by Taylor Sherman. She's the new one into the match for Chaparral, and it's going to take her some time to get into the speed of the match. The speed of play, so key. All right, outside, Stanley, blocked by the Wicks sisters. This time rolls it over, Berta. Oh, and there was a dink over by Adams. Nice dig that time by Sherman, covering the back. Hit by Stanley. Dunkel goes down, gets it. And Maddie Thorpe had rolled out but could not keep it up, and Slofkas continues. 6-0 run for the Cougars. Berta with the pass. Quick to Brianna Wicks, picked up by Maddie Thorpe. Here's Slofkas with the set outside to Dunkel. Dunkel gets it down. Cross-court kill right in front of Sherman, and Coach T.R. Ellis wants a timeout by Chaparral. 17-13. A 7-0 run by Cherokee Trail. You're watching Colorado High School Activities Association State Girls Volleyball action live from the Denver Coliseum on CHSAA.tv. (17 serving 13), and that's Cherokee Trail. This fourth place Centennial League team, and power delivered by Morgan Stanley. Gives Chaparral the point in the side out. And Chaparral has to find a way to pull together, as one of the main parts to this program is Abby Shelton. And Dana did some investigating for us, and our technician, and found out that what happened was she caught her foot in between the courts, and as we said, these are like puzzle pieces put together, and tweaked her knee. So she's out at the moment. Chaparral trying to find a way to immerse Taylor Sherman, the sophomore outside, into the system and bring her up to speed. Shap gets 1 point back, but Cherokee Trail wins that rally and goes back up by 4, 18-14 for the Cougars. Set in the middle to Stanley, coming by way of Sarah Ellis. Ellis, fun setter. When Chaparral decided to go to the 5-1, she really stepped up her game and has played outstanding. Look for her that when she's in the front row to be also a right side. Nice dump by Ellis. Great pickup by Slofkas. Roll spike by Dunkel is blocked by Adams and Ellis. Shap bringing its level up. Now into the match is going to be Pasek. And Natalie Pasek, a transfer from Ponderosa, injured earlier in the season, back in action, coming off the bench. Should come in for Sherman. Ball sails out of bounds. Stanley, that's her second service error. And the first one to 20 is Cherokee Trail. Dunkel now serving. Lauren Dunkel. Outside hitter. Here's what nice swing by Adams. Ball goes outside, tight on the net. Got it! And the freshman Shannon Webb delivers the hammer down as Cherokee Trail 4 points closer to winning set one. 21-15 over the two-time defending state champion Chaparral Wolverines. All right, outside it goes. Here comes Pasick into the block. Saved, Rose Bike on the way by Moydell. Dink by Powell. At the net, the block is there and over the net. CT. So point Chaparral and side out. Definitely in striking distance. Chaparral never out of a match. As Chaparral twice was faced with losing the match against Legend and pulled it off in 5. There's a nice soft hit by Adams, finding the hole in the defense. Chaparral creeping back at 21-17. Adams on the serve.
They wrapped her knee up. I think she's back.
Adams into the middle. Nice pass and put away by Powell. 3 bodies on the ground for Chaparral. That's what we're talking about when we say Power and Powell are in, and it's not being redundant, that they go together when you're talking about Crystal Powell off for CT. All right, there's Pasick. Little bit long. That ball was a little bit behind her, so she kind of had to pull it out and get it up, so she struck it kind of high. Cherokee Trail up by 7, 2 points away from set one. Oh my, and Sydney Wicks, really pumped, delivers a service error. The sophomore does for CT, and that gives the ball back to Chaparral. 23-18. Ellis on the serve. Washek on the pass. Outside it goes. Here's Pasick for Chaparral. Blocked. And Maddie Thorpe on the dig sends it out of bounds, and we've got set point here for Cherokee Trail. Colby Moynihan, the defensive specialist, sends it over. Pasick on the pass. Here's the quick and delivered. Nice job by Hannah Reynolds. 5'9" junior, puts it away. No question that one was going to hit the court untouched. So 24-19, still set point for CT. It's Sherman back at the serve. Nice floater. Oh, Wicks saves it with a one-hander. Slofkiss on the off-speed. Here's Stanley, blocked, and goes out of bounds. Unbelievable. Brianna Wicks along with the freshman Shannon Webb with the big block on the senior Stanley, and set number one goes to Cherokee Trail, 25-19. Well, tough first match, or first set rather, for the defending champ Chaparral as they try to regroup with their ace hitter and all-around player Abby Shelton with an injured knee. We'll step aside and get ready for set two here live from the Denver Coliseum. It's Colorado High School State volleyball action on CHSAA.tv. Set 2 coming your way. First one won by Cherokee Trail. The Cougars out of the Centennial League against the number 1 seed out of the Continental League. Number 3 in the state, Chaparral Wolverines, the defending 2-time state champions. Without their star, one of their star outside hitters, part of the fabric of this team, Abby Shelton, injured her knee at 14-13 of the first set. And they managed to start set 2 with some fire. 1-0. Sherman, the sophomore, who is in for Shelton on the service. Wicks to Slofkas. Oh, she had to take a high ball down the line. Nice job by Slofkas. There's Ferguson. So players like Ferguson and also Sherman, along with Reynolds, will have to step up in the absence of Abby Shelton. Another point for Chaparral. Sherman gets a second opportunity at the serve. So Taylor Sherman, as we said, comes in today. She is one of 3 sophomores on the Chaparral squad on the serve. And we've got a replay on this point. Referee, I don't think the referee had called play, so Taylor Sherman will try it again. Shap in the lead, 2-0. Taylor Sherman serving. All right, Moynihan. Slofkas off the block. Picked up by Sherman in the back row. Up for Stanley, got it. And Morgan Stanley, who has been nothing but spectacular this entire season, lands a big kill to give Chaparral a 3-0 lead here in set 2. That one sails out of bounds. So Sherman taps her chest like, I know, that was my bad. I got it. So she'll recover. 3-1 now. Cherokee Trail on the service. In to serve is the freshman Shannon Webb. Thorpe on the pass. There's a shoot set to Reynolds. Oh, and into the net was Dunkel. Rare miss hit by Dunkel. The block went up. Looked like she wanted to tool it, and she just caught too much of the tape. Chaparral 4, serving 1. Maddie Thorpe at the serve. She's got some beautiful aces. And that one goes into the net. So a service error. 2 points for Cherokee Trail, both coming off of service errors. Slofkas sends it out, so she gives it right back. Well, Chaparral had 3 service errors that make that 4 in the first set to Cherokee Trail's 1. Now serving for Chaparral will be Erin Moydell, terrific defensive specialist, the senior back to serve. Jump serve. Nice dig by Moynihan. Outside Dunkel. Gets it around the blockers. Puts that ball down. Cherokee Trail cuts the lead to 3. 6-3 Chaparral. Oh, and they're going to say no. No, I thought the ball had been touched. So my apologies. That's going to be point Chaparral. So lead extended to 4. 6-4 Chaparral with Moydell on the serve. Berta in the match, and one of the few times you'll ever see Nikki Berta mishandle a ball. Chaparral extends that lead to 5 now, 7-5. And she exploits the other defensive specialist, and that's Colby Moynihan. Timeout on the floor by Terry Williams, and a good one to call because his team now down by 6. 8-2. Chaparral storming back here in set 2. Adams State University celebrates a diverse student population, academic excellence, and athletic success. ASU is focused on treating each student as a unique individual with the potential to positively contribute to the community, nation, and the world. For more information, visit adams.edu. That's Adams State University at adams.edu. Well, if Chaparral right now in pool play, Chaparral is 1-0, defeating the Legend Titans, and Legend defeated Cherokee Trail. And that match was one that Legend won. So Legend is 1-1. They're hoping Cherokee Trail could knock off Chaparral since Chaparral beat Legend in 5 yesterday. So that would make an interesting tiebreaker. They all would be 1-1. Service by Moydell. Moydell. There's a nice block by a triple effort there by Chap. Free ball over. Here's Stanley. Delivers a big hit and picked up by Berta. Slofkas. Dunkel's going to have to tip, and it's blocked. The Wicks sisters tip it over. Roll spike. Here's the quick. Oh, Wicks late, but got it to go. Stanley, radical angle, picked up by Berta. Slofkas with the free ball. Oh, picked up by Chaparral, but goes straight back over to CT. Outside, Stanley. Nice dig by Moynihan. Here comes Dunkel with the deliver. Is it in? What's the line? Just says out. So Dunkel tried to place a ball just outside the hands of Stanley. She did, and it went out of bounds. Chaparral extends that lead 9-2. Thorpe. Outside it goes. Back to Stanley. Got it. That's the Morgan Stanley that Chaparral fans have been seeing the last couple of years as the head of steam went flying through the defense of CT. 10-2 advantage, a 6-0 run with 5 behind the serving of Moydell. Tough ball to handle again. We might need to see it another timeout. Terry Miller, his team down by 9. 11-2 here. Early second set. Moydell, her sister Mackenzie on that 2009 Chaparral team, was an All-American. And Cherokee Trail finally switches the momentum, hopes to capitalize here. 11-3. Chap leads it. Coming out for Cherokee Trail is Morgan Welsh. Into the match is Melanie Washek to serve. Ellis goes outside, back to Stanley. Stanley, nice angle. Picked up by Burt. Oh, delivering a nice punch was Wicks. Great defense by Sherman. Here's the set by Wicks. Quick in the middle. Powell, nothing but the bottom of the court. So CT trying to find its groove. Gets its second consecutive point. Trying to cut into that Chap lead. 11-4. Wolverines lead it. Sherman handles it. Ellis with the up ball. Stanley back to Berta. Tip met with a joust at the net. Roll spike by Berta. Ellis is going to set back outside. Stanley into the blockers. Thorpe there for the dig. Oh, nice tip along with the left hand by Wicks. Roll spike by Thorpe. Outside. Here comes Dunkel down the line and almost kept up. Tough ball to handle by Moydell as Lauren Dunkel, did a fantastic job to get that ball down the line and keep Cherokee Trail moving in the positive. 11-5, just down by 6, as many as 9. There's Stanley, no doubter, finding the spot. She just does a terrific job of where she contacts the ball, so the angle is so sharp. Really difficult to cover the amount of ground on the hits by Stanley. She'll go back to serve. That is her third service error. She looks over to her coach and shakes her head. And it's not even close. I mean, the ball is really flying out of the court. Nonetheless, Chaparral has doubled up Cherokee Trail at 12-6. Here comes Sherman over the block and out. So if you're Cherokee Trail, you want Chaparral to serve Sherman. The sophomore rather is in for Abby Shelton, trying to get into the flow of the match. You want her to be uncomfortable. Chaparral, another one. This one goes into the net. TRL wants a timeout. 12-8. This lead was 11-2. And a 6-1 run by Cherokee Trail forces a timeout. We'll step aside as well. You're watching CHSAA.TV live from the Denver Coliseum. Back to live action, a big swing by the freshman Webb. And she gets the tip. Big swing by Webb, gets the tip and the point, and Cherokee Trail on a 7-1 run. Dunkel on the serve. Nice dig by Stanley. Here's a dink by Adams. Quick in the middle. Powell, beautiful dig in the back by Stanley. That was a tremendous defensive play by Morgan Stanley, helping her team get that ball back. So 13 serving 9. Adams at the serve for the Wolverines. Outside it goes to Webb, into the blockers. And just enough of a space between Reynolds and Ellis as the ball falls down inside the Chap court. 13-10, Chaparral. Ball goes outside. There's Sherman. Nice save by Thorpe. Good coverage at the net there by Cherokee Trail. The dig, though, coming by Wicks, goes sailing out of bounds, and Chaparral extends the lead back to 4, this time 14-10. Ellis on the serve. Sherman takes a seat as Pasick comes in. Might see Natalie Pasick with a little bit more playing time here. Webb roll spikes it over. Thorpe goes outside. Dink by Pasick. Got it. Pretty placement by Natalie Pasick. 5'11" sophomore. Working with the Chaparral here to extend its lead. Here comes Ellis. Shoots at Reynolds, is blocked. Webb trying to go right back at Reynolds, and Reynolds staying tough. Hannah Reynolds goes up and gives it right back in the face of Webb, and Chaparral now at 16-10. Mini run here for the Wolves. Wolverines, that is. Okay, Ellis on the serve, and the block is there again, this time with Pasick all over it. So CT a little bit out of system as Chaparral takes advantage and extends that lead to 17-10 with Ellis serving. Changes for CT. Moynihan comes out, and Kiana Demino, a new defensive specialist, into the match for Cherokee Trail, and into the net was Cherokee Trail. So Cherokee Trail struggling right now after 5 consecutive points by Chaparral, who leads at 18-10. You're watching live coverage of State High School volleyball in Colorado on CHSAA.TV. Service, Ellis continues. Shap up by 8. And Shannon Webb has to go deep to try to track down the ball and can't keep it in the court. CT continues to struggle with serve receive. Make this a 6-0 run. 5 at the hands of Ellis off the serve. Back set. Webb throws it down. Nice block. Outside it goes. Here comes Pasick right into the double block of Powell and Slofkas. So 19-11. It took a while, but CT came back to get the ball and stop the momentum. Let's see if with the switch now with Colby Moynihan back in the match at serve, can switch the momentum here. Here's Ellis. Outside, she goes to Pasick. Pasick, nice angle. And Berta got there, but she could not keep it up in the air on her side of the court, and Pasick with a nice swing. First 120, give that honor to Chaparral. They lead it. The Wolverines 20, Cherokee Trail 11. Another service error, this one coming at the hands of Taylor Sherman. She's got a couple. She's only been playing about a full set now in the state tournament. Okay, outside, back set to Pasick. Too deep. They're gonna call a tip though. Tip at the net. Pasick smart on the play. Reynolds comes out, Adams back in. Thorpe will go back to serve. Thorpe too short. She knew it. She knew it. Well, another, I like to call them turnovers in some ways because it gives the other team a point. Slofkas goes deep right at Pasick. Ellis gets it to Stanley. Stanley off the blockers. Outside, here comes Dunkel. Off the block, both teams doing quite well at the net. Berta keeps it alive, goes back out to Dunkel. This block sails, the ball goes out of bounds, and CT converts the point. 21-14. Cherokee Trail trying to chip away. Outside here, Stanley throws it down. Nice pickup by Moynihan. Dunkel off the side, got it, and went around the block. She's missed it a couple of times, but she can really make that one work, and she did just inside the 10-foot line. 6-point edge now was as many as 9. And now serve receive problems on the Chaparral side. 21-16. Talk about momentum shifts. A lot of swings here. As now you find Cherokee Trail with a 5-0 run to get back into it. 21-16, Chaparral leads at set 2. You're watching CHSAA.tv. Back to live action. CT trying to keep the momentum going forward, and does with another point. 21-17 now. Slofkas continues. She's had some good runs here already in the first set. Wicks, back set by Berta. Oh, and Dunkel just hit it. And the swing goes for naught. Pasick comes out. Back in is Aaron Moydell. Steady, steady player for the Chaparral Wolverines, who graduated 6 players last year. Come back with another 6 seniors. Nice double block that time by Adams and Ellis. Moynihan's gonna save it. She's gonna get it back up and over. Terrific effort by the Cougars. Dink in the middle by Morgan Stanley. And look at Chaparral. Great composure. That's what you see from champions and people, teams who have experience in the state tournament. They're never out of the match. And that's what, if you talk to Coach T.R. Ellis, when they were down last night to Legend, they were never out. All right. Off the blockers, Lauren Dunkel. And that's what happens with seniors, too. They don't forget. Lauren Dunkel, she goes back to the well, tools it off the blockers, and gives her team a chance here. Down by 5. Shap leads it 23-18. In to serve for Cherokee Trail, Kiana Demino. She came in last 2 rotations. Hadn't seen any action before that. Stanley off the tape. Oh, Stanley jousting at the net with Powell. And Wicks gets it back over. Slide. Adams is blocked by Dunkel. Unfortunately, the block goes trailing out of bounds. Dunkel blocked at the net, kept alive by Demino, and putting it away is Ellis. Wow. Sarah Ellis, 5'11" setter, delivers the final point to win set number 2 for Chaparral. We are knotted at 1 apiece. Keep it right here for set number 3 on the way from the Denver Coliseum. You're watching live coverage of State Girls High School Volleyball on CHSAA.tv. Set 3 coming your way. Cherokee Trail 1, Chaparral, the defending state champs, 1. Laura Dunkel will start for CT. Back set to Pasick. Outside, Wicks goes to Webb. Nice pickup in the back by Sherman. Wicks dumps it. Blockers are there. Outside, here comes Stanley into the block. And Powell and Sydney Wicks coming up big. The sophomore and the junior. This Cherokee Trail team, tough squad. 4 seniors on the team. 5 juniors, freshmen, and a pair of sophomores. Ball deep in the back there, headed right at Washek. Kept it alive, but could not get it over the net. All right, Chaparral starts out fast again. Chaparral began the first set 5-0, then had an ace, was 6-0 before a service error was served up, and CT got on the board. But Cherokee Trail recovered in a hurry. Outside, Stanley. Blazing swing. Berta unable to handle it. Chaparral out of the blocks with the 3-0 advantage. Thorpe on the serve. Washek, here's the quick. Powell's blocked. Berta's there. Dink over by Stanley. Here comes Webb off the net. Tap in the middle. Great job by Ellis. She had a chance to set that ball, but that's what your quarterback needs to do, is make those decisions. She made the right call. It gets in for point number 4 in a row for Chaparral in set 3. Oh, and an ace serve by Thorpe. You know, Chaparral has sent so many serves out. They had 5 service errors in the second set, 4 in the first. And Morgan Stanley does what she does best, and that's nail her kill. So Chaparral leads it by 5. That one went out of bounds, so let's see where Cherokee Trail's got a point. So ball goes back to Chaparral as Webb hits it into the net. So Chaparral served up 5. Cherokee Trail got the point. That was off of the block by Wicks and company. Then Chaparral got the ball back on a point and lead at 6-1. Here's the quick, and Powell not able to keep it on Chaparral's side of the court, and just like that, the Wolverines lead at 7-1 over Cherokee Trail. We'll pause and come back with you in just a moment. You're watching live coverage of high school volleyball on CHSAA.tv. Chaparral lost its outside hitter, all-state player Abby Shelton, and a little bit more than just the physical presence, but emotional leader on this squad, to a knee injury suffered going after a ball in between courts, and Slofkus delivers the blow. Cherokee Trail turns it around, gets the point back inside out. 7-2, Chaparral leads it. Now credit Chaparral, after losing Shelton midway through that first set. It was a 14-13 lead by CT. Answered. Great response. That's what champions do. And they came in. They got Taylor Sherman up to speed. She's seen a lot of time along with Pasick. And players are doing what they need to try to keep the momentum for Chaparral, the 2-time defending state champs, looking to earn a spot in the semis. with a victory here today against CT. So Stanley goes into the blockers. Ball falls on CT side of the court, point Chaparral. 8-2 for the Wolverines. Outside Slofkus, off the block. Terrific decision by Kayla Slofkus. Great senior leadership. She has really turned things around. Such a great leader on this squad. Helped this team transform to get here today. All right, that's Sherman going into the blockers. And it goes off the block and out of bounds. So Taylor Sherman turning her game up a notch in a hurry. The sophomore helps her team to a 6-point advantage. Oh, Wicks one-hands it to her sister, but was stepped over the line. Point Chaparral. Quickly, it is 10-3. Shap leads it here in set 3. Adams on the serve. Wicks, back set. Here comes Slofkus. Nice dig by Stanley. Moydell roll spikes it over. Outside, this one goes to Dunkel. Had a lot of choices on this squad for CT, as does Chaparral. Ball goes out of bounds off of Chaparral last. Cherokee Trail gets the point. 10-4. Slofkus on the serve. Nice down ball by Moydell. Outside it goes. Dunkel over the top. Beautiful save again by Stanley. She's working hard back there along with Moydell. Oh, and trying to keep it off the ground. The Wicks sisters working with Dunkel, and Dunkel gets a finger on, and that's about all. Chaparral gets the point in the side out. So 11 serving 4. And Sarah Ellis, you stepped in to the setter role easily this year and has really turned her game up a notch. Runs that 5-1 for Chaparral. Slofkus sends it over to Dunkel on the dink. Here goes Pasick over the blockers. Berta on the back set. Dunkel's going to take it and stroke it. Nice dig by Thorpe. Sherman's blocked. Who's it going to? Back to Sherman? No. It's going to be a back row swing coming from Morgan Stanley. Way to run the offense by Ellis, getting Stanley involved from a back row hit. Chaparral increases that lead to 8, 12-4. Ellis on serve, Berta. Oh, nice dump by Wicks. Oh, Morgan's, that was actually Thorpe and Sherman. Little miscommunication there. Thorpe went up and then came back, and Sherman turned her back to the ball. CT, on this rally scoring, CT takes advantage. So Cherokee Trail sporting the blue road uniforms. Shap in the red. Outside, Dunkel. Off the block. Thorpe sends it to Pasick. Gives Pasick a chance at it, and it goes sailing out of bounds. So 12-6 with Washik at the serve for the Cougars. Chaparral, Pasick, tough pass. Oh, Reynolds did a nice job of capitalizing on the set by Ellis. Reynolds is fun to watch. She comes into the middle and real unassuming, but boy, she gets the job done. She has done a nice job here in this match so far. There's a kill by Dunkel, picked up by Thorpe. Strike by Stanley goes sailing out of bounds. It'll be a point inside out for Cherokee Trail. So changes for Cherokee Trail as Demino returns. Defensive specialist, Dunkel on the serve. Sherman. Ellis. Nice block by Powell on Pasick. Stanley goes over the block and gets the tip. That's what a senior will do. Boy, Morgan Stanley, along with her teammates, really turning it up a notch without Abby Shelton on the court. And they are starting to make it look seamless. She had a strong state tournament last year. Does a great job of reading and getting high over those blockers. Chaparral ticks another one off on the lead and extends it to 8. 15-7 with Thorpe at the serve. Thorpe, part of the 6-0 run to start this set, had an ace. Here's the quick. Powell on the roll spike. Thorpe bringing to set it up for Pasick. Oh, it hits the tape and just takes enough off of it. And the ball falls short inside the 10-foot line. Chaparral starting to cruise here, up by 9. Don't count out CT, though. They've been very, very tough here. Wicks with the quick. The Powell delivers the booming swing. Point inside out, Cherokee Trail cuts the lead in half. 16-8. Cougars down. Tough ball. Wicks with her second service error. Sends it right back over for a point. So Chaparral will be in control here on the serve with Aaron Moydell. Has dug up some great balls. That one goes straight at Berta. Outside, Slavkis nails it down the line. Moydell tried to get there, and it's so tough, and that's really a smart play too by Slavkis, because Moydell's coming from the far side on the serve and then having to cover a lot of ground to get in position to get to that kill. 17-9. Does it go off the blockers or go sailing out of bounds? So there's going to be out of bounds and off of CT and a point for Chaparral. So Chaparral leads it 18-9. Slavkis off the blockers. Moydell just gets a hand on it. And Morgan Stanley was going after that ball. She dove Moydell, and it's a tough call. When you're the defender, you know, your job is to get to the ball first, but a lot of times you're out of position, and that time CT caught him out of sync, and CT sends another serve out of bounds. That's a tough way to go for CT, and Coach Terry Miller has his team down by 9, needing to get back in system here, as Chaparral doing a fantastic job of keeping the Cougars off balance. 19-10, Chaparral leads as with that point sailing out of bounds. It's now Cherokee Trail down by 8. Slavkis on the serve. Outside it goes. Sherman blocked by Wicks. And she got a little help there from Morgan Welsh. 5'11" sophomore, but it goes out of bounds, so first one to 20, it's Chap. Ellis on the serve. Good dig by Berta. Sent over on a power dig by Wicks. Here's Pasick into the tape. Ellis gets it. Straight up as Sherman. Nice dig coming by Moynihan. And great delivery on the outside by Cherokee Trail. Picks up the point on the angle shot. Powell come in, so good rotation here. Moynihan takes a seat. So Colby Moynihan and Kiana Demino now in the serve for Cherokee Trail. Ellis goes outside to Pasick, and she sends it long. Pasick has a nice swing. Sometimes hits it kind of high, though. She sent a few out. 20-13. Demino again on the serve. Pasick with a pretty pass. Here's a quick to Reynolds. Nothing but the bottom of the court. Delivers the blow. Nice swing by Reynolds. Hannah Reynolds has come in with some big hits here for Chaparral. Taylor Sherman back at the serve. 21-13. Quick to Powell. Nice dig by Ellis. Outside Pasick. Beautiful. The block didn't get there in time, and Pasick took advantage. Terrific swing, and Shap up by 9, but more importantly, 3 away from taking set 3. 22-13, Chaparral leads it over Cherokee Trail. Our state championship coverage is provided in part by Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance. We'll be there the day you buy your first car, the day your first child is born, and the day you file your first claim. We'll be there to make sure your insurance coverage keeps up with the changes in life. We're Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance. Get real coverage. Well, we're pleased to have you join us here today in Denver. Weather changing a little bit. Expecting some snow this afternoon. As you know, in Colorado, we can go from 60 to 30 pretty darn fast from morning to afternoon. So 61 yesterday, anticipating, I think, 30 this afternoon with 60% chance of snow. Not deterring some hardcore fans and great community support around the state. 3A, 4A, and 5A Girls State High School Volleyball right here at the Denver Coliseum. Live on CHSAA.tv. Taylor Sherman getting set to serve for Chaparral. And nice coverage at the net. What a terrific serve. That was a great serve. It forced Slofkus in the 5 spot to go down low. She got it back over, and delivering it right back at her was Reynolds. 10-point advantage for Chaparral. That one goes out of bounds. That's the 3rd service error for Sherman. So 23-14. A lot of ground to make up right here for Cherokee Trail. Maybe they can do it in chunks. Here's Lauren Dunkel on the serve. Outside. Stanley off the arms of the senior Demino for the kill. Set point in the match. We are tied at 1-1 overall. Chaparral just 1 away from taking a 2-1 edge at 24-14. Berta with a nice pass. Outside. Webb. Give it a go. Green light. She got this one to sail through the defense and give Cherokee Trail a chance. 24-15. Set point here. Sydney Wicks on the serve. Outside. Here comes Stanley. Ooh, into the blockers. Kind of mishit it. And I think she's smiling a little bit, but you know what? It still was effective. Sometimes you take a little off of it, it still works. And Chaparral completes the 10-point win with the 25-15 victory in set number 3 over Cherokee Trail. Stay with us. We'll get set for number 4 on the way. It's 2-1 lead by Chaparral and Girls High School State Volleyball 5A action live from the Denver Coliseum on CHSAA.tv. Welcome back to set number 4. Chaparral has won 2 in a row, and they start set 4 with another point, picking up where it left off. Mary Kay Morrow with the 4th set of the second match, day 2 of Colorado High School Activities Association Class 5A State Girls Volleyball Tournament. And Taylor Sherman, this is, I think, her 4th service error. But you know what? You hand it to Chaparral, they shake it off. Next point. So 1-1 is the score. And all this happening, hats off to Chaparral. They are doing an excellent job of filling the void of Abby Shelton with Sherman, Reynolds, and company. And a double block. That's Reynolds and Morgan Stanley. Chap up 2-1. So Thorpe will go back. You know, when you have that kind of senior leadership like Chaparral does, even though they lost 6 last year, they got 5 more this year. People who've been here before, who've won state championships, they really are helping pull the team together and keep the focus. Another miscue by CT. It looks like Cherokee Trail struggling to really find some continuity. Credit Chaparral for getting the Cougars out of system. Nice effort at the net. Adams, who's done a terrific job. She's been coming off the bench and looking really sharp for Chaparral too this whole match. That's Jalen Adams, the 5'6" junior. Service again by Thorpe. This one goes into the net. Well, 2 service errors, and we've had 6 total points in the match. Both points for Cherokee Trail again to start early, come off of service errors by Shap. Stanley, again, that amazing angle that she takes off the side of her hand. As much as CT knows it's coming, still having trouble handling on the defense. 5-2, Shap leads it. Moydell in, very steady, very steady. She had some aces in the last 2 state championships, helped propel Chaparral to championship wins. All right, here comes Morgan Stanley, picked up nicely on the defense by CT. Oh, blocked at the net was Ellis. She's going to try to deliver it over. She does with a nice roll spike. Outside dunk goal, off the blockers, out of bounds. So Cougars get the point. Nice little rally there. 5-3, Cherokee Trail in a must-win situation. Down by 1. 2-1 overall in the match. Best of 5, 3 out of 5. Got a discussion going on, and not sure if it's about the last hit because that ball went out of bounds, and whether or not it did or not, or if someone was in the net, we'll see. No, and the down judge was talking to the up judge, and it was confirmed. Point goes to Cherokee Trail. So 5-3. Changes as Brianna Wicks comes out, and the senior Demino comes back in to serve. Handle the back row. Ellis goes outside to Stanley. Again. This time picked up, though, on the outside. Dunk goal, delivers the blow on the outside, this time right at Thorpe. So, you know, between Dunkel and Stanley, really similar styles. Really similar styles, and both very effective on those sharp angles. Demino keeps serving. 5-4 advantage, Chaparral. Down ball by Moydell, pretty. Quick in the middle to Powell, nice pickup by Moydell. Outside, here comes Stanley. Great dig by Demino. Outside again, this time Dunkel down and out. Beautiful. Got that one to go with a beautiful swing. I think the point went wrong. I think that point was in. No, the point was out. So as pretty as that was, that ball sailed out of bounds for Dunkel. 6-4 Chaparral, outside Dunkel again. Takes a little off of it. And that helped Chaparral because Adams and Ellis were right there. Stanley on the serve, serves it right into the net. Well, 3 service errors and 3 of the 5 Cherokee Trail points coming off of service errors. Dunkel on the serve. Hits the 6 spot, back set to Adams. All over it is Webb. Oh, Adams and Moydell struggling to decide who's going to take it. They finally get it over. Webb on the kill. Off the block. Outside it goes. Sherman off the blockers. Got it. And Taylor Sherman picks up the kill off of the block. 8 serving 5. Jalen Adams back at the serve for the Wolverines. That one's going to be long, but Berta plays it. Webb, a little bit too strong. She's trying to go over the block. And with that, you know, Chaparral doing a great job of getting in the face of Cherokee Trail at this point, doing a nice job of running the net, keeping them honest. Ball goes out of bounds. And that time, Webb makes Reynolds pay. She smiles as she does a somersault backwards on the floor. And Chaparral maintains a 3-point advantage, 9-6. Outside, here comes Sherman into the blockers. Looked like it actually just hit the tape, but it still went over. Slofkis on the dig, and it goes into the far court. First 1 to 10, how about that? Chaparral. Ellis on the serve. Back set to Webb. Too strong on the other side. So Webb has got to figure out a way that she can get her swing, either go down the line, change it up. Maybe do a roll spike, maybe do a power dig, something. Slofkis. Down and in. Cherokee Trail point inside out, 11-7. Moynihan comes in to serve, putting Powell on the bench as the rotation puts her on the bench for the back row. Oh, and hitting the pin was Moynihan. And that's the first service error for Cherokee Trail. 12-7, Shap leads it. Sherman on the serve. Outside, here goes Slofkis, down and out. And that's out off of Chaparral, so point goes to Cherokee Trail. Slofkis has a terrific swing. Here's Webb on the serve. Goes down the middle. Thorpe, back set, Pasick, great dig by Sydney Wicks. Dunkel does a roll spike to get it over the block. Outside here, Stanley. Oh, nothing but power off the outstretched arms of Sydney Wicks. 5-point edge for Chaparral, 13-8. Thorpe at the serve. When she's serving, this is a great rotation for Chaparral. Back set goes to Slofkis. The block is there. Nice block. Stanley and Adams. It's serving 8. Into the net. And I think that may be the third service error for Thorpe. The fourth one of just this set alone for Shap. Outside, Stanley up, off the blockers. That was pretty. Nice combo there with Adams. 15 serving 9. Moydell into the match. Jump serve. Wicks did a nice job making something out of nothing. Dunkel. Big blow down the line. Got it. 15-10. So Dimino back in as Brianna Wicks takes a seat, and so does Moynihan. You got Crystal Powell back along the net. This is going to be a good rotation for Cherokee Trail. Need to take advantage of it. Quick to Powell. Nice dig by Moydell. Down ball by Taylor Sherman. And she makes it work as she gets the friendly tape roll. Gives her team a 16-10 advantage. We've got a timeout on the floor. Terry Miller wants to talk about it for Cherokee Trail. You're watching Colorado High School Girls State Volleyball live from the Denver Coliseum on CHSAA.tv. Live action. Nice deflection on the block by Chaparral. Kept alive. Rally on the way. Outside. Dunkel. Got it. Oh, no. Give credit to Chaparral. No, 4 hits. Terrific effort. As that ball, as I mentioned earlier, Dunkel, like Stanley, can hit that sharp radical angle. 4 hits. Great effort by Shap to keep it up. 16-11. Lead down to 5. Joust at the net with Ellison, Webb. Ball kept alive, Demino going back to Webb. Off the outstretched hands of Thorpe, and Cherokee Trail starting to turn things around a little bit. Lead just to 4 by Shap. Dunkel on the serve, 16-12. Chaparral leads it. Stanley, nice pass. Quick on the back set. That was pretty. Ellis had Jalen Adams coming on the right side, and she delivers the point. 17-12, Shap in the lead. Adams back to serve. Outside Webb, off the blockers. Reynolds back in the middle. And, you know, what a great opportunity or option rather, for Coach Ellis to have such great size in her setter to help out on the block. Ellis outside. Sherman over the blockers. Is there a tip? No tip. So 17-14. The lead has gone from 15-8 to just 17-14. We got a timeout on the floor. We'll take one too. You're watching CHSAA.tv from the Denver Coliseum. (17-14) Chaparral over Cherokee Trail in set 4. Mary Kay Morrow with Colorado High School State volleyball action. And trying just to send it over on a roll spike. Moydell, actually her body was kind of faced that way, and sends it way out of bounds behind the Cherokee Trail bench. Wicks on the service. Oh, gets a nice roll. Reynolds is there. Outside Sherman. Is it off the blockers? No. Another one by Sherman that just misses the tip and goes out of bounds. 17-16. Wicks again on the service. Little trouble by Stanley. Roll spike from the back roll. Oh, diving was Berta. Well, the Cougar defense was in place, but they were pretty far back because anytime Morgan Stanley goes up for a swing, you got to expect a little bit of power. All right, here comes a quick, no, outside. Slofkus off the block. (18-17). As the Cougars not going away lightly here in set 4. 2-1, it's a must-win set for the Cherokee Trail Cougars. Nice tip, great pickup by the Cougars. Here goes, shoot set, put away by Reynolds. Nice 1-2 combination, good work there between Reynolds and Ellis. 2-point edge with Sherman at the serve. She's had 4 service errors today already. Outside, Slofkus, roll spike over. Pretty dig by Ellis. Swing by Stanley, one of the few hitting errors you will see from the senior. 19-18 with Webb serving. Oh, middle attack. Pasick barely got there just to get it over. And Cherokee Trail having trouble too. Both teams struggling with that middle attack. And Cherokee Trail falls short. First one to 20 for the third time is Chaparral. Now in for Chap, Jordan Rosen, 5'5" sophomore. First time into the match, and she serves up a service error. Sir, folks, that's the 5th service error of this set. And you know it's frustrating for the coaches. All right, here comes Ellis. A lot to overcome. Swing by Stanley. Pretty pickup on the other side. Into the blockers. Dunkel. As Pasick and Adams were there, but Dunkel tooled it off of them, and we are tied at 20. 20 for Chaparral, 20 for Cherokee Trail, and the Cougars have to win this set to force set 5. Stay with us, you're watching CHSAA.tv. Knotted at 20 apiece. Slofkus on the serve for Cherokee Trail. Nice pass by Stanley. Gets back to her over the blockers and just finding that one seam in front of Moynihan. And Chaparral gets the point in the side out. Key part of the match right here. Moydell in at the serve. One of the best here for Chaparral, jump serve. Slofka's pretty pass. Quick to Powell. Actually, that was Wicks to Wicks. Stanley's gonna have to dink it. Over the blockers, great dig by Slofkas. Roll spike. Shap's gonna do a swing set. Adams barely dinks it over. Good adjustment by Wicks. Outside Dunkel. Rolls it over. Stanley's there. Nice dig by Berta. And a tough ball at the net, but that wasn't what the referee saw. He saw 2 hits. Double hit by Cherokee Trail, 22-20, as Chaparral leads it by 2. A win here for Chaparral would send the defending state champs back to the semifinal match later this afternoon, and then would await its opponent. And then for Cherokee Trail, they have 1 loss already. They're 0-1, so it's a must-win situation. Should Cherokee Trail come back to defeat Chaparral, pose an interesting scenario. It would make Cherokee Trail 1-1, Legend 1-1, and Chaparral 1-1. Now, Legend defeated Cherokee Trail last night, and Chaparral defeated Legend in 5 sets. All right, we're back to live action. 22-20, great dig by Berta. Outside, here it goes to Stanley, delivers it in the middle of the floor. 23-20. Go-to player. Beautiful swing. 23-20, Chaparral in the lead. Moydell on the serve. Jump serves it. Wicks has to deal with it. Roll spike by Berta. Ellis outside. Oh, goodness. Stanley was out of position. Dunkel over the blockers. Nice dig by Thorpe. Back at Stanley. She's going to roll spike. Berta picks it up. Slavka saves it. Somebody's going to free ball it, and it's going to be a roll spike by Berta. Ellis on the quick. Put into the net. And that's exactly what the up judge and down judge saw. Ellis tried to get Stanley with the middle attack, and it goes into the net for 4 hits. 23-21. Demino into serve. Serves it up to Thorpe. Down ball into the net by Moydell. 23-22, Cherokee Trail, a must-win situation. I know I've said it many times, but the Cherokee Trail Cougars fighting hard to stay alive here in state playoff action. Ellis outside. Here comes Stanley again. And the block was not there in time. So Cherokee Trail breaking down along the net. Has another powerful punch delivered by senior Morgan Stanley. Set, match, point right here for Chaparral, and it's out. Another service error. That's at least 3 for Stanley herself. So 24-23 with Dunkel on the serve. Moydell with a pretty pass. Back set. Adams off the blockers. Demino on the dig. Here comes Webb. Sails it out of bounds, and that'll do it. That will do it. Back to the Final Four goes the 2-time defending state champions Chaparral Wolverines, and they do it without one of their key players, all-state outside Abby Shelton, who got injured midway through the first set, and they win it 19-25, 25-18, 25-15, and 25-23 to ink their name on the ballot there for the semifinal match against Cherry. Whoa, here comes a ball coming right at us against Cherry Creek. All right, that'll do it for match play for pool number 4 as Chaparral wins 3-1 over Cherokee Trail. A terrific season for Cherokee Trail to come back to the state tournament, first time since 2007. And a great showing by Terry Miller and his team. 3-1, Chaparral wins it. Join us on CHSAA.tv for more state high school volleyball action. Next up will be Eaglecrest and Grandview, 2 perennial crosstown rivals in Centennial League action. All right, You've been watching CHSAA TV, live coverage of state high school volleyball action from the Denver Coliseum. I'm Mary Kay Morrow. Good afternoon from Denver.